what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Top to the morning to you. Good morning, Brian. I hope you're enjoying this St. Patty's Day as well.
Oh, yes. I am over here. Be rizzle my shizzle. Oh, we lost footage of me. Let's go back to Alex. You wanna get this started?
Let's get this started. Good morning, folks.
Top of the morning to you. Did you want more Lucky Charms?
Don't you be touching me, Lucky Charms! Ooh, good morning.
Highs and lows of the week. Our first low goes to the unfortunate timing of School Picture Day falling on the very green St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
man. There is
man.
a green screen background involved. You see where this is heading? The students at Sugar Grove Elementary School in Greenwood, Indiana, showed up in their festive green outfits to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Problem is,
floating
it also
heads.
was the day for their school pictures.
Oh,
in front
green
of
was a great
screen,
choice.
So
Yeah, seriously.
Right into the background.
Let's do
the green screen caused the kids' shirts
let's
to
do
vanish.
Picture Day on
Behind a
who
floating
plans
collection
that?
of floating heads and missing torsos.
Someone who just got fired.
No one noticed in real
No,
time,
they didn't.
but the
They're
photo
protected by a
began when the
teachers
photo
union.
proofs began
They're
to show up
untouchable.
to Mom and Dad in the mail.
Honestly,
We could go on
I just
forever
couldn't wait to see
on
other
bad
parents'
teacher stories.
pictures, and it ended up being just a hilarious fiasco. Just because it's just so funny.
The pictures
It
were
is
viral.
hilarious.
We just
Parents
wasted
began to
everybody's
share them
time.
on
It's so
Facebook.
funny.
The photography studio said the issue would be fixed in post-production.
Yeah,
but some
we've
parents
lost
say
all
they'd
profits,
rather have
and now we have to go back and do
of their
extra,
sweet little floating heads.
computer engineering to fix this problem. And it was just because some secretary planned Picture Day on on St. Patrick's Day.
Let's get a little river action.
Chicago River is dyed green for St. Patrick's Day by the Chicago Plumbers.
I don't know, man. There's something fishy about this.
Yeah, that's
Look
not
at that.
natural.
It looks like it's about to make a Batman villain.
48 hours.
Puke emoji.
Chicago dyed green for St. Patty's Day. To me, the river just looks like it's Mountain Dew, and I can't unsee it. All the fish
for
in
real.
the river waking up like you're a fish in the Chicago River. Must be St. Patrick's Day.
All right, all those memes curated by Ben Elect, but I gotta say, Brian,
Yeah.
I'm not buying what they're selling. I'm curious about green rivers.
It's I don't buy it either. They're saying it's all safety, like it checks out, and the only impact is like the mental of like thinking the river is artificially artificially dead. But they actually have like 70 species of fish and a full ecosystem of beavers and other river animals.
Yeah, so the beaver comes looking out like Frankenstein, and he's like, "Oh yeah, but we're all good, right? We're all good."
Yeah. 3 legs.
Brian did some research before the episode started because I'm not buying it, but apparently it's just like smoking, Brian. They're gonna tell us it's good until they're like, "Oh, whoops, did we kill an entire species of crawfish?"
Oh, that green dye had red 40 in it. Whoopsies.
Okay, hold on, time out. I just want to say there was a jury trial at our court for a guy stacking rocks.
Oh,
The rock stacker.
sounds like a good man. Why
Yeah,
was
went
he
to
in there?
jury trial, and it was really in the metro parks. But the reality was he was a crazy guy, homeless, that was kind of probably living in there, and he was scaring people in the metro parks, like, scaring them off. It was getting sketchy. They asked him nicely to kind of leave, and he wouldn't. So I think this is their way of getting rid of him.
Yeah.
But they brought in this super expensive, brilliant expert sit on the stand and discuss how just moving the rocks, like he was stacking the rocks like art formation. So like it wasn't even in the water. It was like its own thing. But he came in to give this testimony on how disrupting the bedrock is like a catastrophe to all of these ecosystems, right? So if we're going to take these leaps to say that like disrupting a few rocks in the metro parks, it's going down diddly diddly kill them crawdads.
Yep.
Then like,
yeah.
What's the expert got to say about this?
Come on.
God, come on. What does Bill Hader have to say
Bill Hader,
on a St. Patty's Day?
If you don't wear green on St. Patty's, you get pinched. I'm naughty. You like corned beef? I make my own.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't get it, kill yourself.
Definitely looking forward to smashing some corned beef today, Brian. I don't know about you.
I'm going to have to try this corned beef.
They say it's the same as eating 10 slices of bread, but I never woke up naked after 10 slices of bread.
I don't know, Brian. I've never been a Guinness guy. Can you be a Guinness guy? I'm not a big Guinness guy.
I was never been a Guinness guy. You know, actually, 90% of like stouts and porters give me just like bad vibes.
Yeah, it's
like getting caffeine, but I'm not.
I relate to that. It's like a thicky, creamy. Not my kind of brew. Pour me a bourbon. I love this so much because it reminds me of my little Maltese popcorn. For Easter, we would dye her like an Easter egg. For Christmas, we'd make her red and green.
She's awfully loud today. Oh, she's got a noise cancel on.
Yeah, that was the best. So for Halloween once, she was the Wicked Witch of the West. We had a witch costume, and we dyed her green just like that. Wow, it was the best. And St. Patty's.
Lady friend, are you available?
You have it. I'm not a lady, though.
Oh man, when those beer goggles hit.
Wait, I totally missed this. What happened?
Are you available? You have it. I'm not a lady, though. No need.
Oh.
Happens to the best of us.
So we're just out here.
Speaking of drinking,
and we were just wondering, what's everyone's occupation? Like, what does everyone do? Because
do you work? Do you work?
Like just let us know. I'm actually currently on spring break, so that's my excuse. But like, what do you guys do?
I mean, Brian, there's a good question to this. Like, at what point do you outgrow this? Like, she has the excuse. She's a young college student. Yeah. But like yesterday, we went out downtown on a St. Patty's Day bar crawl. Yeah. And there are grown adults in their 30s puking. As if they've never done this before in their life.
Rookie mistake.
And man, exactly. And then they're going to go back to their functioning member of society job as if like they weren't total degen for like 2 days out of the week. Like upstanding member of society for 5 and for 2 total degen. And literally we could go down the rabbit hole of like, you know, that's us coping with the hamster wheel of misery and just complacency.
Yeah, the conglomerate of the whole mess of a world.
Exactly, right? So I get it. There's a lot of people that succumb to that you know, crutch. But like, she raises a great point. It's crazy to think like, what do you do? Oh, you're a doctor? You're like, who's here is like a judge? Or, you know, like a prosecutor, or, you know, like a senator. We've seen enough movies, TV shows, and news headlines to know you senators are up to some naughty things sometimes.
Naughty boys.
So it's like, I just want to know, like, at what point there's something interesting that we're just a total degen for a weekend, and then just like you go back to your upstanding man, and then you judge other people like, huh. What a degenerate. It's like, oh. Spill the tea.
Well, you should pull up the footage of you on Saturday night, and then we'll see who's the real. I don't know. All right, go on.
The horse. Hey! The horse is pooped on the driveway. Fuck
no.
Clean that shit up, 12. I don't see me walking into police departments pooping all over the place. Fuck out of here.
Whoa, he's mad.
I mean, do you blame him? I mean, the truth is, whose responsibility is that? 12 comes up on their horse in your property. Now you've got a horse mound.
Did they show it? Did they show the mound?
Not really.
No.
It's you know,
Yeah,
you can imagine.
over there.
You can imagine. You're like, oh man, let me tell you.
That anger in his face is just so
Do you blame
real.
him?
No.
Who's shoveling that? I mean, you know what? He's probably the pledge that he's like, this is going to be me having to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
It's not funny.
Nah, it's not funny. I've got school.
It's so Irish.
I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing.
I got to go to
Has
school.
he drawn on my face?
We needed a little zhuzh of the accent in this. Because for us, it's just not St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
Check this out.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
We really don't give a fuck. It's not a major holiday.
It's really not, bitch. You act like it's fucking Christmas or something. Fuck you and St. Patrick's.
Excuse me.
I just oh.
Jig 1.
Yeah, let's get through the jigs. It's not St. Patty's Day without the jig. Oh. Brian, just rip through them. There's a ton of these jigs.
Jig 1, jig 2. Oh, he's going. He's getting after it. He is on 1.
Come on. You know you're a tall guy. Everybody's getting into it. Get a little bit of that spice going. Morning. Start your morning off hot.
Getting after it. Crack motions.
I love she's got the paper bag. She's ready to rip it. All right, this is, of course, this is what we wanted to look like, and then
classically trained. Oh.
Oh. I feel like, I mean, you've got metal bottoms. You don't have much grip.
Yeah, you're just clicking and clocking.
This has to be a common occurrence. All right, let's get one last one in here. One final jig.
It's a jig number 5. Bump, bump.
I mean,
all right, good start.
It ended as quick as it started.
We'll be kissing soldiers gone.
Oh my God!
I love this like tradition of, you know, going and kissing the soldiers, but like notice the soldiers just kind of walk right through her. They're like, yeah, lady, no, come on. Do we have to do this?
Keep it moving.
You want this more than I do. Is there, look for, she's running this thing. Do you see that one up there? Because it kind of goes with.
Yeah.
This is like, check out this chick. She's running the parade. This is her parade. And of course, the guys line up when it comes time for her to come out and kiss him.
And she is like, she's getting after it.
Yo! She really is. But like, look at this. All these, they're slowing down and getting in line. Like, I want it. I love the other episode, the other clip where like they walk right through this old lady. Like, come on, old lady. We only really want this chick.
She's just passing the motto along.
Look at the truck stops. They're like, oh?
Riding on someone who's getting arrested.
This was her day, man. This was her day. Leprechaun, that was it.
Leprechaun in the hood.
Oh, no.
Area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures. To me, it looked like a leprechaun to me. I got up in a tree. Who else seen the leprechaun? Say yeah!
Hey!
The leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles
What a sketch artist.
Looks professional to me.
Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
Could be a crackhead. Get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
Yeah, still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, man.
To direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
He's ready. He's got his.
I love this
pipe.
It's a flute.
It's a flute.
Bro, it's a fence.
Kind of look like a pipe bomb.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where to go.
Don't we all?
Give me the gold. I want the gold.
This is Brian Johnson, NBC.
What I appreciate more than anything. What I appreciate more than anything is he finds a fence fitting in his backyard and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is a leprechaun flute. I've had it this whole time."
I'll play it like the guy on Anchorman.
On Anchorman.
Leprechaun stunts.
Hey.
So they be out here. Oh, hey.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
That was
what? One more time. What? He just he ran at her.
I mean, I was expecting it to go bad. I mean, come on. Come on now.
Real life Tigger out here.
Yeah. I don't know if you could say that anymore.
There is a T. Me by the end of the day.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Latching on to oranges for sustenance.
Avoiding scurvy.
That look. I had a couple of those friends with me hanging out with me yesterday downtown.
Oh man, you had to nurse them back.
Question for you: will you?
Meanwhile, in Ireland, fuck on.
That looked like an expensive pair.
Is there a Dublin parade on there somewhere?
There very well could be.
Doesn't seem
parade legend.
No, we must have lost it.
Oh, what's going on in Dublin?
Yeah, that's it.
Highlights from the St. Patrick's Day parade in Dublin.
All right. The only reason I wanted this one next is it's like, what is going on over there? Between the last dude and this, I mean, what's like St. Patty's about this parade? But I mean, look at the crowd. You know it's St. Patty's Day because, well, except for they're all in green hats. But these folks seem a little light in their loafers, if you ask me. What's going on in Dublin?
Alien activity, indeed.
Aliens, bees, trans fun. I'm confused what it has to do with St. Patty's Day.
Yep.
Where are the leprechauns?
Now we got a parade legend.
Yeah. Speaking of parades, there's always the parade legend. He needs to go to that frat party.
What a full... Oh, I thought it was a rocket. Like one of those t-shirt launchers.
Just like 10 feet away, just rocketing people. Oh no, it's even better. It's the poop chute. This is something you don't want rocketed. Imagine if he hit the reverse switch on this.
Like Ghostbusters. Don't hit that button.
When there's dudes in the street, who you gonna call? Poop Busters.
Did a shitty job, if you're gonna ask me.
That is a shitty job. But hey, the crowd's there for full support.
Picture day in Indiana.
Time for the highs and lows of the week. Our first low goes to the.
We already did this one.
We did this one. Why is it twice? Next. Vito. Don Vito.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. San Antonio.
Another like interesting thing that I wanted to bring up with okay, San Antonio does the same thing with their little river.
Yeah.
I think this is a cool, interesting spin on a parade, right? Like a river walk.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can load
But
it
like,
up
what's with everybody dye in the river or green? I mean, like,
I don't know. They do
we
it for
have to
ponds
do
and
that?
stuff too. But at least this isn't like that obscenely bright neon green.
Which even more so makes me question, like, what purpose is served? What's accomplished? I don't know. To me, I can even use my imagination. I'm going to imagine the blue water is green.
The blue water is green.
I don't know. I thought that was an interesting spin on a parade, though, but I don't know why we have to keep
I didn't know.
Not that one either. Not that one. Yep.
Sir, you're not wearing.
So it's the next day. I didn't know it was St. Patrick's Day until like 30 minutes
This one
ago.
is Ash
Sir,
Alk
sir,
on
you're not
YouTube.
wearing green. Oh. Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay.
Yep.
Did he scare him?
Yeah, he's just going up to him. Hey, sir. Here, take it back real quick. Take it back.
All right, so it's the next day. I didn't know it was St. Patrick's Day until like 30 minutes ago. Sir, you're not wearing green. Oh. Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay.
Oh, I feel bad for
You're
him.
good. No one saw that. I promise. Did you see that? Yeah, that was sad. That was really sad. You shouldn't be laughing.
Dude, people just amaze me. Like,
Stop laughing.
Imagine being so afraid of being social and like talking to other humans that like you sprint into the cart exchange.
Come on, motherfucker!
New York, St. Patty's Day.
This is what I expect every time I go to downtown.
Right? You're in the Bronx, baby. I don't mess around. My dad's dad never stood down.
The truth about St. Patrick's Day.
Oh.
Demonic secret about St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, here we go.
Now.
Buckle up.
This is going to ruin it for a lot of people that love St. Patrick's Day. First of all, it has nothing to do with Irish pride. That's how it was shown later. There's nothing to do with leprechauns or Irish pride. It has nothing to do with that.
You just killed two great fantasies.
I know.
Right there.
Really, if you look into what that was, is that St. Patrick, right? The St. Patrick was a Roman. His father was a Roman official, and he was tasked, just like the Roman Empire did with destroying the Gnostic people who originally were the Egyptians and burning the Library of Alexandria. He was tasked with going to Ireland and the UK and Scotland area, but we specifically think of it as Ireland because that was the core of this,
right.
Where they went there and they were supposed to eradicate the last group on the planet that was still studying was that ancient old religion who were known as the serpents. So if you look at the story of St. Patrick, he was ridding the serpents, the snakes, right? The snakes from Ireland.
Yeah, right.
But if you look all throughout geologic history of that region, there's never been snakes that lived there. It's a metaphor. Huh. It's a metaphor for the Druid people and pagans as a more general term, anyone who didn't follow this monotheistic Christian religion. And they were seen as a threat because they had they were the last group that had the ancient knowledge, and they were greatly demonized later. So what happened was you're celebrating the representation of the genocide and cleansing of the last serpent group on the planet, the Druids who built Stonehenge.
Wow. I mean, explains why the IRA is like the lifeblood of that country.
That was something.
Welcome back to the REthink Day.
Wow. I'm sorry. I just need a little bit of like a break from.
All right, let's try these Shamrock Shakes. It's right next to the truth.
Oh, yep. We're trying out Shamrock Shake.
So guys, today we're going to be trying the Shamrock Shake for St. Patty's Day. All right, let's see how it is.
The way these women talk is so disgustingly aggravating. It's good.
It's good.
Now I'm just glad you look like a fool.
That's really how Shamrock Shake should be drinking, because trash.
Facts, dude. Oh, jeez.
Nice. That is
you are trash.
Blood blisters.
She is trash. Ew. Now, that being said, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Something crazy. Speaking of Shamrock Shakes, something crazy I learned.
Yeah.
All right. Pull up. There's a thing about Uncle O'Grimace.
All right.
Uncle O'Grimace is the one that brought us the Shamrock Shake. So here it is. This is the ad. Bring up the other image. So, Uncle O'Grimacy, as positive as the Shamrock Shake's impact has been, there's been some missteps. To help promote the Shamrock Shake, McDonald's introduced the new mascot character Uncle O'Grimacy in 1975. The Irish uncle of the purple mascot Grimace, Uncle O'Grimacy, came to us, which says the legend says he would travel from Ireland each year, bringing Shamrock Shakes to McDonald Land. Uncle O'Grimacy was quietly phased out of McDonald's marketing after a few years due to the fact that there was an alleged incident in Philadelphia in 1978 where the person portraying him made statements in support of the IRA and the British soldiers were better dead than alive. Talk about really getting into character. Uncle O'Grimacy left because some guy took some, artistic liberties with Uncle O'Grimacy.
He really got in the leprechaun spirit.
That's it.
Oh, hey.
What a crazy, I don't know.
Yeah, this is wild out here.
A marketing scheme. So I think we got one last one, Brian.
We got two. We got
one
two.
last one. One last one.
All right.
He's a 10, but he never shuts up about money and investing.
Oh my god, that's my boyfriend. Literally -7. Fuck.
Your boyfriend's a -7?
Yes.
Yeah, what about you?
Every time he's like, how much did that cost? And I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Next one.
Okay. He's a 10, but he wants a prenup.
And that's her boyfriend.
Well, is he rich? Is he, yes.
Sure.
He wants a prenup. A -2.
A -2.
I only would marry him for his money.
Only for money. I'm very rich.
Okay.
That's what we're dealing with out here.
That's a way to end it. Wow. Well, I could go on, but I don't even want to even give that thing any, she doesn't like her boyfriend because he cares about money, but then she gets upset when he wants a prenup because all she wants to do is take his money. Sounds like it's a necessary length he needs to go to when you're dealing with a money grubbing.
Yeah, I was just listening to Lex Freeman podcast, and he had a divorce lawyer on, and he was like, even if you don't have that much money, still prenups make the divorce a million times easier. Don't have a sunset clause where you have to wait so many years, and don't what was the other thing? Don't have a cheating clause because then you have to prove that they cheated, which is a whole bunch of money. It becomes an unnecessary amount of money to get the hardcore evidence that hiring PIs and all that other stuff.
Aside from all of that, dude, okay, we'll end on a philosophical quick dialogue.
Yeah.
But and if you're in the comments, you want to join in, I'd be curious your thoughts too on whether or not it's asking too much to want a prenup. But here's the deal. When I say till death do us part, I mean that. So that means till I die, what's mine is yours. So if and when, because maybe I think your assumption of wanting a prenup leans in too much to our culture that has gotten hyper comfortable with divorces.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to marry you, not with a prenup, it's also under the assumption that I am not with any intention of ever leaving this thing. I look at my own parents, I've looked at other families that have succeeded, and it's work. It's work. It doesn't work every day.
Right.
There's some days it's amazing. There's some days that it actually is an exercise.
Yeah.
And with that being said, like, it shouldn't be too much to ask to say like this right now, Brian, me and you woke up. I was up at 6 a.m. to work on a project that no one is making you and I do. And if this turns into something that would benefit our home, our family, and our children, like, why do I owe that to you if you cheat on me or if you leave me? Or like, if you're not willing to put in the work and make this last as much as I am, then you don't deserve these hours you and I are putting in right now, where I have no girlfriend, I have no wife.
Right.
They get so why would you get that when this turns into $10 billion? Why do you get 5?
Right.
You shouldn't be unjustly enriched. I don't think you should be crippled. I understand, having gone to law school, you've been accustomed now to a lifestyle, and you shouldn't be totally stripped of it. But it might have to go down a little bit, especially if you're the stay home doing nothing. Like, well, how much value are you bringing to this? But at the same time, we can't also sit here and say, well, I want a traditional family where my family is raised by a mom at home. Well, then you can't cripple her when, like, all her value is unmonetizable and at home. So it's a balance. I recognize that. But the prenup is saying that you don't get to just take everything or half. It's you get what you're deserved. And I'm saying you should get what you're deserved, not everything.
Yeah.
Now, what are your thoughts? And then we could go to Steve.
I'm dead. But if I did have a camera on me, I would say there's I think just a prenup is like something that it sets boundaries, like a will, or like something unforeseen happens. Love is a fickle flame. So it's something that you do have to work at. It is exercise on some days. And if you aren't as thick as thieves, then it just kind of saves you the massive amounts of fees and uncomfortableness that arguing in a bad place of divorce can put some people. And we do have a comment from Steve.
Steve!
You already have a prenup made by the government. Either way, a prenup yourself is just writing when you have two people in the best mind state they will ever have. Does that make sense to you?
You already have a prenup made by the government either way. I don't know necessarily about that, because the if you don't have any writing of the meeting of the minds leading into the contractual agreement, because truthfully, that's what a marriage is. Like, why did we need gays to get married? Like, there are governmental benefits. It is a contractual agreement. And because it has become so black letter now and less spiritual, less in the eyes of God and in the front of the church, and now just like a contractual agreement with black letter law in front of the government.
Right.
With that now, it takes more of a contractual position, less like, a spiritual agreement. That being said, it's going to be followed by some contractual law backbone. So where you don't have a prenup, a meeting of the minds, a lay down of what the expectations are going into it, then there will be like default positions that step in there and take control of that, right? So the default in marriage law is going to be half, just cut down the middle, regardless of who brought in what.
That's if you want to do it quick.
But Steve's not totally wrong, because also in the parsing of things, that's why divorce attorneys get paid so much. That's why the litigation is so ugly and so long and treacherous, because there is a way of, it's not a perfect split down the middle. It's a pretty jagged line. Some get good, some get more than others. Yeah, and the gut, what is it? Click it. Yeah, and then the government chooses what half is, right? Well, yes, and an arbiter, right, or like a mediator, whoever that arbiter deciding the two is. But like the other side to it too is like that person is going to be influenced and guided by who's got the more expensive attorney. Like that person's going to have more influence. That person, whether it's because of their connections, right? Like, are they getting cocktails with the arbiter outside of this thing on, summer nights? Who knows? Or like, is this guy just been around for so long that he knows everybody? Or is he just, one of the greatest, arguers or persuaders of all time? That's going to really dictate a lot of it too. So that's the scary thing is you don't want to leave it up to chance. You don't want to leave it in the hands of some clown with a good paycheck or in a nice suit. Like you really want to get that out of the way ahead of time. And so that's why to me, if like I'm asking for this and it's such a problem for you, I don't think this is it. Like, I don't think this is going to work because you've got too much hinging on this not working.
Yeah.
Everything, like if I'm giving you everything, which is half, like if you're getting all of me, then like I need to know you're going all in on this. Not, well, half in and half. If this doesn't work, I need to be better off or well off. Like, no. We like for this to work. Because for me, it isn't just a contract. For me, it is a spiritual, commitment. We are now a team in a project. Let's build a family. And to do that, to build a family, you need to give it everything. And with that full commitment means you can't have some commitment, some even inkling that this may not work. And just in case I need X. So to me, the prenup is like me assuring that you're not banking on this thing failing. Prenup? What about a preen down? Hey, Captain! Early in the
welcome to the chat, buddy.
I don't know. Brian, rapid thoughts.
Don't get divorced, but if you do get married, get a prenup. And happy St. Patty's Day. Stay safe out there. And make sure to wake up at your alarms tomorrow.
Dude, I just want to say one thing. I was very lucky to be a nerd and go to a cool nerd thing. Yeah. And Thursday I went and saw Jordan Peterson speak live. He did a lecture live. Oh my God. Me and my dad, we went. Yeah. It was the greatest thing ever.
Where was that at?
It was at the Civics Theater in Akron. So for the first hour, he's giving like a legitimate lecture. And then the second hour he was answering questions that people had submitted from the audience. And that's where you got to see like the real, I mean, like it was cool. It was like being back on a philosophy course for that first hour. Yeah. Like, man, talk about word math. You're just working the whole time. This dude's so brilliant. The second hour, you get to see the viral, like just this brilliant man work. And one of the questions was, how as parents do we manage raising children in a world where the schools are so compromised and like there's all these agendas and everything trying to manipulate your relationship with your kids and what you're teaching your kids.
Yeah.
And his answer was stay together, do the work, do not get divorced. And how necessarily important it is to have two parents that are there for you, that care about you. It won't cripple you, as he admits. Like it's not something that's an end all be all.
Right.
But it's such a further advantage that like our generation's so quick to just latch onto the most convenient, the easiest thing that's right here, right now. Right. But like we lose sight of how absolutely important it is for the long term, because we don't like everything we do. We're not thinking
not long-term
exactly thinkers. So I just wanted to end on something that isn't on the internet, that was just a little lucky piece that I got to witness this week that I think is of value to this conversation.
Yeah.
And how, like, more than anything, more than like, oh, my boyfriend, yeah, she's shitting on him, but she loves him because he's taking care of her, and that's why she's with him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's looking at him like, and if he wanted a prenup, I'd be out of here, blah, 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 because I want his money. And it's like,
sounds like a stinker to me.
And it also, it's something we're breeding in our society. We're building CEOs and not mothers anymore. And it's a scary place to be. Just reminding us that we're teams in this thing, and that's what we should be looking for. Anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Stay away from crazy drunks because they say wild shit, and that got us derailed for something to end on.
Yeah.
I guess that was the right one to end on.
Yeah.
But that being said, guys, we go live every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We appreciate you for joining us. You can find all of our content on our website at www.rethinktankpodcast.com. You go to the website and you can click to any of our channels so you can catch us here at 9 a.m. every Sunday, or even 7 p.m. on Tuesdays with the Rethink Tank Live. Brian's back there running the keys, and we got ourselves David, my co-host, and it's a great time. So again, appreciate Kemp, Steve, and everybody else in the comments, because what makes the live shows worth doing is getting you involved. So please be sure to jump into the comments so we can get your perspective and add a little extra dimension to the show. A little extra zhuzh. But guys, that being said, happy St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.